And welcome back to Atreyu News. Lots to cover. More from Red State Watcher. Breaking: over 100 employees fired for a day without immigrants protest. According to reports, over 100 employees across the country will be joining the unemployment line after being fired for participating in a day without immigrant protest and skipping work. Looks good on you. The Hill reported employees working at restaurants and daycares in New York, Florida, Tennessee, and Oklahoma, among other states, were fired after they did not show up to work to participate in the demonstration. The nationwide strike on Thursday was aimed at President Trump's executive order on immigration and refugees. About 20 employees were fired at Bradley Coatings, Inc. in Knoxville, Tennessee, after participating in the protests. NBC News reported a statement from the company's attorney said the employees knew they were risking termination by participating in the protest. Well, now an American can take that job. Or perhaps even a veteran, even better. Regretfully, and consistent with its prior communication to all its employees, BCI had no choice but to terminate these individuals. The reason these employees missed work to engage in peaceful demonstration had nothing to do with BCI's decision to terminate them, Attorney Robert Peel wrote in a statement. 25 workers at Ben Kosher Delicatessen Restaurant and Caterers in Long Island, New York, were fired as well. There, police escorted the workers from the restaurant after they returned from the protest. So they skipped out of work to go protest, and they come back as if that's some sort of acceptable action. Something tells me a lot of these business owners are either Trump supporters or have been affected positively by Trump's presidency. Just a hunch. Breaking: North Korea caves. Look what they just announced. In an unexpected turn of events, North Korean representatives are preparing a trip to the United States to meet with former American officials. Look at this toad. His own people are starving in the street, and he looks like he weighs like probably close to 3 or 4 of them combined. Breaking: 911 reported, arranging the talks has become more complicated over the past 8 days, with North Korea testing a ballistic missile and the assassination of Kim Jong-un's half-brother in Malaysia, an act that many suspect was ordered by the North Korean leader. Malaysia police Sunday named a suspect for North Koreans who left the country on the day of the attack. I remember I did a report on the person they believe that actually killed his brother, and it was a woman that was wearing a shirt that said LOL in big black letters on a white shirt. Analysts were also highly doubtful that, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, a name, which has insisted on being recognized as nuclear state, would be willing to moderate its position on its weapons program. But if the talks do take place, they could offer a glimmer of hope for an already hostile relationship that has only deteriorated as the Kim regime works aggressively to develop a nuclear-tipped missile capable of reaching the continental United States. And if they even tried such a thing, North Korea, there'd be a big crater where North Korea is. Planning for the Track 1.5 talks with the U.S. side map of the former officials who usually take part in the Track 2 talks, with the North Korean side compromising government officials, is still in a stage, according to multiple people with knowledge of the arrangements. The State Department has not yet approved the North Korean visas for the talks, which would take place in New York within the next few weeks. Preparatory, that's what it was. Sorry about that. Breaking: culprits who attacked Trump's motorcade have been found, and it's bad. Authorities have discovered that it was 5 middle school students that threw a 2x4 piece of wood at Trump's motorcade. The juveniles currently await charges. Palm Beach County Sheriff Office spokeswoman Terry Barbara said in a statement Saturday that the incident happened Friday around 1:45 p.m. Officers assessing The U.S. Secret Service reported that vehicle and the motorcade had been struck by what was believed to be a small hard object. Several members of the motorcade returned to the scene after completing the motorcade to look for witnesses and objects along the roadway. A child from a local middle school confessed to throwing the wood at the motorcade and also implicated 4 additional students.